actually, is there something they can say to each other?
And art doesn't have that. It came from this idea of weaving knowledge rather than being there some sort of logical coherence. Because I was nervous the entire time, and the nerves were all on the outside. I thought that's exactly what this, on another level, that's what all this is about. It's about the nerves being on the outside, you know. So, and then you can think, well, the whole universe is just wired up with nerves, you know. It's what connects things to each other. They might spooky, actually, you know, like some things interact from a distance, some things are physically interacted, but you can see it as nerves. Like, so that's why these nerves, the nerves of the fall. Like the state of fall being a nervous, imagining it as an organism, like a fall as an organism. So not as a thing that an organism does, but it's actually all part embodied in the organism, whatever this organism is. But then everything becomes, because we're not, you know, we're not separate things really. I'm really interested in just accidentally finding some knowledge and then not even understanding it correctly and seeing what it makes me do. So everything has a trajectory. Just goes, nothing like you think about what makes your mind change. There's nothing obvious. There's nothing like, I want to change my mind, you just change it. It's got to, I feel like it has to bump into something, snags on something, and then that makes it change. Umbrella. You look at an umbrella, it's like a perfect object, you know. Its teleology is completely specified.
Right.
Same with the toaster, you know. It dictates your behavior. So when you're operating a toaster, you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to kind of, you know, up and down, bowing up and down. That's the only thing that you could use it as a screwdriver, but you're very unlikely to. So it's got a probabilistic, very narrow band of behaviors that it compels you to do. Because I'm really concerned about, you know, like these, I know there's sometimes, I don't know if they're bigger questions, but they're philosophical, but the one leads me to the other. That's maybe a good way to put it.
Right.
So sometimes the science leads me to the art, and sometimes I have to go through the process of art to understand what the science was trying to tell me. If you start using the aesthetics of science in art, does it become science? If you play at the border, you can trick it, one into being the other one. The real usage is probably not happening because I think it's happening. It's probably happening because I'm not noticing it, and then I'll see it later.